So the question is, what can we get out at the current state? For this, I select Diagram, Bar Diagram, and bar diagrams or lists are usually related to projects. Whenever you print a production drawing, you're ready to produce. So you should choose a project. But for testing purposes, you can also check this button, Object Selection, just to test something. And I can select it to end in this dialog box where I can choose what I want to have in the output. Do I want dimensions? If so, which ones? Do I want labeling? And how should this be configured? When I click OK, I draw a bar diagram of this selected hexagon tube. When I switch to plan elevation from top, let's zoom a little in, I see I get all the bar information ready for production. Best way you see it in 2D wireframe. You have all the information there that is needed to produce this part. If you zoom in, there's also the name. It's labeled correctly, HT001, which is the item number. Hexagon tube is the label. The number, it's one part. And all the dimensions, including the section. So after this bar diagram for testing purposes, let's do it the real way as you would do it in a project. You need a job, a project in the project browser, which you can find here as a button, but usually by default it's already over there. There are jobs listed. One is there in already. Let me delete it and create a new one. The new job is simply called 3D. Again, I go to the project browser and select a partial job in 3D. Let's call it profile. When I open it up and I right-click profile here, there are certain options. And what I want to choose here is new positions out of drawing objects. So I select, let's say, these and this profile. And when I go back, these are listed now in the project browser. When I do a right click again and select new objects from the drawing and I zoom over, then you see only those that are not in there yet are selected. So the two here on top are now added to the project browser. So was it successful? What is it good for? Now I can get a list of my profiles in this project. So now instead of diagram, we click on lists where we find a bar list. The bar list has certain options like tagging, number of items, position number, tag positions, and so on. So number one, we select the project. We choose where we want to output the table in the drawing. Yes. And we have other options here. I simply click OK and get this list for all the positions of this profile. But now we have the problem that the 4 with the same length here with the 290 are 4 single positions. So this is done with tagging. Tagging sums up the positions that are the same length and cutting. So with tagging, I can choose a job. Here it's the 3D job, the only one, plus there is one profile that can be tagged, PR001 profile, and I can check this to give it a tag. Let's call it PR01 for profile number 1, and then add a counter for the different cutting times of this profile. And here already in the preview you see 3 dimensions, 7 pieces. When I click OK, tagging was done. After that, I can do a list again. I'm asked to update text, yes. And then I select the same project, but now instead of position number, I select tagging. And when I click OK now, I get a shorter list. And when I zoom in, here you see there is quantity 4 of PR0101, which is PR001 profile with a length of 290. So I have here 4 pieces, while here I have 4 entries, 4 positions. So tagging sums up the profiles in your drawing and you get a correct list as you would expect it. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please give us a thumb up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. For more information about ATHENA, please click the links below.